Welcome. We are back. Another day in the market. Mixed again, kind of a weird week. We did see a good move yesterday. We have Tesla that just reported earnings down a bit after hours. Netflix went up quite a bit today after reporting earnings yesterday. And let's see what else is going on here. Chip stocks went up. Let's see. So you got a little bit of a bounce, a bunch of random stuff here. We don't have to look through all of that. So we'll come back to stocks in a second. And let's see what's happened with crypto now. Bitcoin still just pretty much back testing the previous breakdown of support. Still looks kind of bearish here in my opinion. I mean, look, on the 4-hour. Let me delete that. It's no longer hidden bullish divergence because you made lower low. On the 4-hour, if we look at it, I mean, there is argument for this wedge. So, look, the 4-hour looks a lot better than the daily. You've got a wedge breakout. You're testing these previous lows. We will see how that continues to develop. But you really need, I think, to get back above like 43K before the daily looked bullish again. Let's clear up the SOL chart. Look, we're going to rechart this one. You've still got a wedge forming. It just didn't really break out where I was hoping it would. And then you've still got the potential for hidden bullish divergence. So it's just continued to develop a little bit more. Do keep in mind though, we back tested this high from the middle of December and made a bullish pin bar candle on the daily while you did so. And Ethereum is still flirting with the demand line of this ascending broadening wedge. So that's pretty much your updates for crypto. The US 2-year is working on a breakout. The US 10-year just got its highest close since December 12th, and pretty much a bullish engulfing candle above the 200-day moving average. That's not bad. That's not bad. And this might start to play into a pullback theory for the stock market. So we will see. Just looking if there's anything else. I mean, gold is just doesn't know when to stop triangling, I guess. And the big thing from today, the Hang Seng Index up 4%. Classic bullish divergence continuing to play out, and just a beautiful move again off of that 26-year-old monthly chart trend line. We pretty much went down and tested it, and we have now bounced off 8% from the lows for Chinese stocks. Very big bounce here. I mean, look, if we're gonna add to the story, we've also got the potential for a mega double bottom here from November 2022 lows until now. So there's definitely some stuff starting to line up. I mean, continuing to line up, not even starting, for Chinese stocks. We will see, and we'll keep watching the Hang Seng Index. Moving over into the US stock market, and we'll spend a little bit more time on this today. But we did get a gap update today, and you've pretty much faded that gap on the SPY. Keep in mind that we still did have an all-time high close. We closed 0.11% higher. Clearly not the greatest candle. And at this point, let's take a look at our Bollinger Bands. This is pretty much the furthest out of the upper Bollinger Band you've extended on the SPY, I mean, especially with this morning's gap up, in a very long time. So the past couple of days, yes, we just broke up to new all-time highs. Yes, I'm still long-term bullish on the market, but we are getting pretty much all the overbought readings you could get right now. This is an overbought market, and it's not just necessarily like, yes, you do deserve to get this rally because you spent the last month going sideways in this range and then you broke out of it last Friday. You absolutely deserve that 2% rally, maybe even a little bit more off of that range breakout. But keep in mind, since lows put in, this is something we were talking about in premium chat today, since lows put in during October, we have not seen any significant retracement, any significant pullback. I think the steepest pullback was a 2% pullback, and from our lows we've gone up about 20%, 19% to be exact. So we just went up 19% in 3 months and 90 days. We went up twice the yearly return of the stock market in 1 quarter, and the largest pullback we saw during that time was a 2% pullback. So the market is really setting up here for a pullback in my opinion. We still are in the midst of earnings season, so that's like, that can maybe shake things a little bit in either direction for another week or so. But keep in mind, if we do start pulling back, we've got the potential for a triple classic bearish divergence on the MACD and RSI on the daily. If we go over to the weekly, I haven't really looked at that. Let's take a look at how this is looking. If we were to like start topping out right here, you could get weekly classic bearish divergence. The weekly still looks bullish to me, okay? You have now broken above that double top. I mean, yes, technically you could get a higher high double top in that epic reversal for bears, but on a weekly time frame for right now, you're above your previous all-time highs. It's still bullish. I'm just saying the shorter time frames are implying a pullback. 4-hour time frame, you've also got classic bearish divergence on the RSI and a pretty decent bearish engulfing candle. 1-hour time frame, you're pretty much above. You already broke out of this pattern, so I'm not going to really keep it on my chart. Let's see if there's any new 1-hour variables. I mean, it's pretty tough to get much of anything. I'll probably keep that zone there. I don't know. I don't think there would be any 1-hour patterns right now. You have classic bearish divergence on the 1-hour and the 4-hour for the SPY. And that's probably what you want to keep in mind. You're above your upper Bollinger Band. You have classic bearish divergence everywhere. We're very extended. This looks like an area for a pullback. If we look at the QQQ, we got a shooting star candle on the daily. Okay, remember this. The date is January 24th, and we just got a shooting star candle on the daily. If this MACD and RSI start to curl down, well, not the MACD, but the RSI. If the RSI starts curling down, we got RSI classic bearish divergence. If we go to the 4-hour chart, we got a bearish engulfing candle. We are seeing bearishness and overbought even on the 1-hour classic bearish divergence. I mean, first step is you've got the gap fill from the gap up today at 423.5, and then you've got the support at 421. But after that, then you've also got the 413 gap that's unfilled, and then also the 408 gap that's unfilled. So we've got 1, 2, 3 gaps unfilled on an extended market with classic bearish divergence. Pretty much all of the gaps, actually that's not true. You did not fill 3 gaps over here. So not all of the gaps were filled. I want to make that clear. This was the most recent gap filled on the Qs. I'm talking like on a larger picture. Of course, there might have been some like shorter time frame gaps that filled, but this is looking like an overbought market, and that's the simplest way to put it. If we go over to the Russell 2000, if you watched last night's stream, I was saying, yes, I was short-term bullish on the Russell right over here because we were back testing the trend line and we had a wedge. And then the last night on stream, I went live and I said to all of you, I am now flipping back to bearish on the Russell 2000 because we are now under supply. We are right at supply. And the Russell 2000 went down about 1% today and printed a bearish engulfing candle. So there you go. I would say I'm still a little bit bearish here. I mean, you've got this gap fill at 193-ish. You have hidden bullish divergence, which kind of is the opposite as to what I'm saying. I would keep it this simple. Let me set an alert here at 198.6, and under that I'm bearish. If we break above that, then I think that looks pretty good. Like I said last on stream, we've also got that potential up and handle look, but you want to see it break above that level. So that's the Russell 2000. Start off with Tesla now, which went down after hours. Let's see, down to 195, and the stop of the swing is 192. So unfortunate move for Tesla. It could be a 10% loss in the swing if it drops another $2 or $3, and that would also mean it's breaking the potential for this inverse head and shoulders in a critical zone, and I could send it down to about 178 next. Unfortunately, that's just how earnings go sometimes. Let's see if I can pull up something here. What key metrics have to say. Tesla reported revenue of $25 billion, up 3.5%. Year over year. EPS came in about 71 cents a share compared to 119 in the year ago quarter. Let's see what else we've got over here. They had total vehicle deliveries of 484K versus the average estimate of 488K. I'm not going to get into like the exact things, but revenues from just cars, 20.6 billion versus the estimate of 22 billion. So pretty much just missed some estimates on revenue there. And then the gross profit just for automotive was 4 billion pretty much versus 4.11 billion. So just missed on some different things. Look, no company's going to have a straight line up, and it seems like Tesla's financials are cooling down a little bit here. It's a very straightforward way to view what's happening. I'm sure there's more in-depth takes and looks you can get into Tesla's earnings, but straightforward metric right now is, look, it's a little bit of a slowdown for them financially right now. That happens. Hopefully it's just a 1 quarter thing and they'll just be back to business. You know, they're doing a little bit of transitioning, moving to the Cybertruck as well. I'm sure that's shifted their focus. So I think really this was not a great quarter for earnings, but next quarter is going to be what's really important to see. How do they bounce back from that? Or if they don't, not good. Okay. So that is Tesla. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Netflix up 11% today. Beautiful move. I mean, the technicals were set up. I even was thinking that fundamentally Netflix was set up for good earnings, and you did see a really good move today. So not much of any technicals that could be done right now. You see the 2 levels charted. That's pretty much it. Gold swing, bearish engulfing today. Really just not a good start to that swing at all. Low swing, still just, it's literally gone sideways for the past month. It hit the first target like right away, and then it's just gone sideways. It's up a little bit right now. It's not much of really any updates there. Take a look into these crypto miners, Mar and Riot. I mean, they went up so fast and then they just fell down so fast. One thing, let me clear up this Mar and Riot chart. One thing I want to note here for both of them. You got hidden bullish divergence developing. Riot is now entering back into this zone of demand historically. Okay. And let's see, we actually did this last night on stream. There we go. I knew it. You've got a volume shelf right here, pretty much. Technically, you're slightly under it, but a little bounce can get you back above. So you're entering an area where historically you have supply. You have demand. You have hidden bullish divergence, both oscillators, MACD and RSI. If you don't know what that is, my free course is in the description. Hidden bullish divergence, both oscillators, and on top of that, I don't even have to chart it. I can already see it with my eyes, okay? You've got a bullish, not shark, bat. You've got a bullish bat harmonic pattern, all right? So look, it's strange because I'm not a fan of how Bitcoin looks right now. It just broke a major support. But to be fair, all right, let's play some devil's advocate. On the RSI, the MACD, you don't have it anymore. The RSI, you still have hidden bullish divergence. And we're still above these highs from the end of November. So while this might look scary with, let me actually make this red so you can see what I'm talking about in terms of the breakdown. While this breakdown might look a little bit scary, look, bearish patterns can underperform in bullish environments. And this is a hell of a bullish environment since November of 2022 for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can hold up, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just keep these on your watch list. Mar and Riot could be set up for some big bounces. We already charted Mara. Let's chart out. We already charted Riot. Let's chart out Mara now. Hidden bullish divergence here. Let's see. We've got a support here at 1430. We got pretty close to it and created a bullish pin bar. Now this one is not as good technically because this one is not sold off enough to get a bullish bat. You would have to drop down to $10. So I would prefer Riot right now technically. Mara, as long as Riot can hold, $8.68. All right, so I just wanted to mention that. Let's take a look at Coinbase as well. It's in a wedge. It's got hidden bullish divergence. Look how beautifully that RSI classic bearish divergence played out. It literally like anticipated the top. I mean, what a beautiful top. Like literally your first, I mean, you had a bearish engulfing right here, but apart from that, this was like your only bearish engulfing of the whole entire uptrend. And it also confirmed when you had RSI classic bearish divergence and you got rising volume at a key level, which was a gap fill. It was such a nice top. And now you're seeing this wedge pull back. And it did have a bearish engulfing candle today if we zoom in. But above 116, again, that's the key level. Coin could be looking for a bounce here shortly. So Coin and Riot, was it? Yes, Coin and Riot. If Bitcoin does the devil's advocate situation and it doesn't really get destroyed after that breakdown, these could be some serious candidates to bounce back here. And I know there was a lot of insider selling on Coinbase on this whole entire run up, so that is another thing to keep in mind. I don't know why I just drew the most squiggly line of all time, but that is something I did want to note. Moving on to some large caps now. What's up, Yvonne, Max, Big C, Mugs, and Ace the Kid? What's up, Jordan, in the chat? Happy Dad Hat, yes sir. Actually got this at the New York Stock Exchange. I don't know why, but they were giving them out one day when there was like a night event at the stock exchange. But yeah, Microsoft continuing to just be a beautiful, beautiful chart. I mean, a cup and handle and then a bull flag to back test the breakout. Just absolutely beautiful. And today, you know, it's not the best looking candle, but the uptrend is continuing, and it just broke over 400 for the first time. If we're going to use Fibonacci, you broke your 1272 at 388. Your next fib extension is going to be at 435, your 1618 golden ratio fib extension. Amazon went for it this morning, but did not close. It went for the break above this supply zone, and it was not able to hold it. So keep that on watch again for tomorrow. Google Doji candle, it went up to retest all-time highs after that diamond broke out. 50-50 area to make a break level, retesting previous all-time highs. Apple, it's got that cup and handle, but keep in mind a bearish engulfing today could be due for a little bit of a pullback before pushing higher. Let's look into some chips now. Nvidia, new all-time highs. Let's pull out the fibs once again. And your 2618 is at $680, if you can believe it. AMD, new all-time highs as well. Let's do the same thing. When a stock goes to all-time highs, I don't use Fibonacci that much in trading, but once there's no levels looking left on the chart, I do like them. Your 1272 is 195 on AMD, and then obviously your support's going to be your previous all-time high at around 164. And then finally MU. I like it. All right, look at this 85 level from these highs over here. It just broke out of a triangle. It's holding above it. This looks very similar to AMD a few weeks ago. Could be up for a $97 test pretty shortly here, if the market holds up. If you didn't see the beginning of the stream, I do have a little bit of a bearish bias on the market. Short term looks a little bit overbought here. So those are your chips. Let's see, the Hang Seng Index just opened up here. Pretty flat open. Obviously a really good day for Chinese stocks in China yesterday, but that did not necessarily translate to some names today. BABA was only up 1%. NEO was actually down a couple percent. But do keep in mind that BABA broke out of this wedge on the daily. Classic bullish divergence is confirmed. If it can just clear $78, move up to that yellow line, the 200-day moving average sitting right around 85, could be next. If the technicals play out, and then NEO, unfortunately, bearish engulfing candle today, so that's just not great. I wonder if, like, on a weekly time frame there could be something here. I don't know. But if we do chart out the trend lines, and when a stock sells off this much, trend lines really can't save you from much. But I guess it's a wedge. It just needs a lot of work. Like, it's just not enough yet. Need more work on that. So that is NEO. Look at a couple others. Let's look at Baidu. See this one, now we might be talking. Much better placement to see a wedge. This one is, and look at that, 101 support level. And then the resistance right up there at 157. This makes a lot more sense to me. We've also got major classic bullish divergence on the RSI. Look, lower low on price, higher low on the RSI. It's textbook as it gets. Clear, discernible, swing low to the next one was lower, and then clear low on the RSI was higher. You also are seeing a nice spike in volume off of these lows. Keep an eye on Baidu. All right, I'm gonna keep this one on my watch list. Let's see, what other Chinese names? One of my good friends from the New York Stock Exchange has been really just nonstop talking about yin, and he's having a good time with it right now. It's also another ETF for Chinese stocks. So 3x leveraged China Bull ETF, and it was up 9% today. This is also getting towards the bottom of a wedge. Below here is going to be 1950. October lows, if it can break that, I mean, it'd be a crazy move. All-time lows right now. I would definitely do some research into it. Let's see what else was hot today in the market. I just realized AMD was up 6%. Wow. Looks pretty quiet apart from that. EVs had a rough day again. Lucid, Fisker, Neo, or it's not technically just EVs, but Plug, Tesla as well, of course, after the earnings. Another rough day for EVs. What's up, Hoosier? The one soldier in the army in the Kick chat. Really appreciate you. If one day this Kick stream blows up, Hoosier, I will never forget you being there, holding it down. I just want to say that. For those of you who hear me mention this Kick thing, you don't know what it is. It's another live streaming platform, and I just backup stream to that platform in case somehow, some way my YouTube gets deleted one day, or somehow, some way people start watching me on Kick and that helps to grow the stream. I literally never promote it. Like, this is the first time I've talked about it. Maybe like the second time I've talked about it on the stream. It's just, it doesn't really make any difference to me. I just literally click the go live button on my Streamlabs and it just streams to both places at once. So YouTube's still the main place to be, but we do have we have eight whole followers in the Kick chat, and I love all of them so much. So who knows? Maybe one day there'll be a much larger audience on Kick. And look, I love streaming, but I don't really care about YouTube. It's just the place where I started doing it. And if it makes more sense to stream somewhere else one day, then I would. But for right now, we've got 30 here in the YouTube stream. I appreciate you all. That just fluctuated from like 30 to 20 in a second. I guess those tend to not like Kick, or maybe they went to go check out Kick. Love it in the chat right now. Jesse Henderson, one of my good friends, an amazing chef here. What's up? And Ace. Glad to see you both in here. Honestly, that's smart, champ. We all know we can get cut from YouTube or Twitch fast. But yeah, Twitch is one I would never touch. Like, Twitch has gotten insane. If anybody is familiar with that platform, like, they just, like, you say one bad word and you're gone. It's crazy. What do you think about GigaCloud? I would be lying if I said I even knew what that was. I don't know what the GigaCloud is. It sounds very cool though. It really does. All right, so those are Chinese stocks. Snow is definitely a name a lot of people have been talking about, and it did have a red day today. But keep in mind that, look, it's simply back testing the breakout right now. Still have been seeing accumulation. You've been making these higher lows here since June of 2022. Remember, accumulation on a very simple level is higher lows with an equal supply wall. The supply is at the same level and the lows are becoming higher. That means bears are not able to bring down the price on each drop. They cannot bring it to lower prices. The bulls are willing to pay more each time it drops. They're willing to raise their averages. They are accumulating shares. Then you have an equal supply wall, which means the bulls are not necessarily making higher highs, which in some cases might be preferred, but the bears really are like, they just cannot get it away from getting back to that level. And then eventually when it breaks, you have an imbalance of supply. And a really good way to test when we are seeing pretty much a breakout from that level is a back test. You want to see a nice back test where the bearish variables are not too much, but you are pulling back into that and flipping what was once a supply into a support. And I'm sure a lot of you watch all of the TikTok traders. That was just a much more complicated / in-depth way of explaining a retest. I know Bueller, who was in the mastermind Jordan and I did, Ace the Kid, did about a month ago, did a really good job of explaining that, even more in depth than I just did. But yeah, Snow, I think 193 is the key level. If it can keep holding it, again, eventually 243 could be on the table. So that is Snow. Let's look at some gambling stocks now. We've got the Super Bowl coming up. DraftKings had this bull flag breakout. It went right up to test $40 exact high of day today. And $40 was a major low from May of 2021. So that was your high of day today. Pretty much a shooting star candle. So it'll be interesting where we got a shooting star candle at a resistance. Let's see. You have classic bearish divergence if the RSI starts to drop here, because you just made a higher high on price and a lower high on the RSI. You can already see it on the MACD as well. It's only a potential for right now, because again, if we just go and break that level in 2 days on a gap up or something, then that really doesn't matter. But I mean, look, the potential for a double top here. This is the second time topping out around 39-ish. So I've been bullish on DraftKings for a while now, but this is one area where I will say to take a little bit of caution. It might be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event for the Super Bowl. Not that necessarily there's any rumor of the Super Bowl, but you know what I mean. People are buying up the stock in anticipation of expecting that DraftKings is going to make a bunch of revenue around the Super Bowl, and then once it's actually time, there's no catalyst past the Super Bowl, at least in the short term for short-term traders' minds, to continue being in the stock, so they're taking profits ahead of it. Another name, Penn, we looked at this one last night. Pretty not so great rejection of the 200-day moving average today, and also a bearish engulfing candle. And then FanDuel, I believe it's Flutter Entertainment. I think they're in England or something. It's an OTC. But this is a name that I mentioned on the stream a while ago, and I said I wouldn't trade it just because it's an OTC. However, the chart played out beautifully. I mean, technically it was just like a major cup and handle. And I'm like, listen, DraftKings has been doing amazing. I have personally used FanDuel in the past. I know so many people that use FanDuel, and many people just don't know that they have a stock. It's just under Flutter Entertainment, and it's an OTC. And this one's had a really good, it broke out of this wedge, created a new wedge, and it looks like, I don't know if there was earnings or how, I don't even know how it works with OTCs, but this thing just went up about 24% in the past week. So big move for FanDuel there. At this point, it's pretty much testing this zone right here, these highs from last summer. So there you go. Those are your gambling stocks. Futures right now, relatively flat. Seems like NASDAQ futures are up a bit. I don't know if that might be delayed. Never mind, that's the actual NASDAQ, not NASDAQ futures. I feel like 2-3 years ago, everybody was looking at the NASDAQ, and now it's just like the QQQ has just become everyone's favorite. I don't really see people analyzing IXI, like the actual NASDAQ composite index, that much anymore. It's pretty interesting. I mean, I really don't myself either. But NQ1 is very common amongst futures. And yeah. All right, so will this shooting star on the QQQ lead to sell-off? Only time will tell. Yeah. Hopefully not a candle at that. Something like that. I don't know. Ace says I'll probably stream Fortnite on Twitch. I can't lie. I want those Amazon Prime subs. Nice stuff there. See the screen. Jesse, can you something ramen gourmet? Actually had ramen this week and it was pretty good. Stomach didn't like it, but it tasted good. China stock's been crazy since that news. I had Queb calls the night that the news came out. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely insane. Jesse says, I posted several cooking reels. I've seen them, they're really cool. I love the creativity. The news one was really good, where you were the news anchor. Music is about, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to put it down. Thank you. I was just about to end the stream either way, but yeah. I keep it loud for like the beginning of the stream because otherwise it's like too quiet to just be like the only thing that you're hearing. And then when I'm talking, I try to remember to turn it down so it's just not you listening to music, but I forget sometimes, like tonight. So yeah, I appreciate all of you supporting, watching the stream. If you didn't already, hit the like button and the subscribe button. Join the Discord, links down there, discord.gg/freetradingmovement with over 2,000 members where you can help teach and help yourself learn from. I don't really know what else to say. Journey's been crazy so far, and I really do appreciate all the support. Someone actually did take that final lifetime spot last night on the stream once I mentioned it, like literally 2 seconds after the stream. So shout out to the newest lifetime member, and crazy how many lifetimes have been selling lately. Like Absolutely insane. I cannot even believe it personally. The last 2 lifetime sales I've done sold out within a week, which is, I didn't think they were solid at all. So, yeah, I actually do need to take down that lifetime sale because it's so technically open. But if you do want to join, it's a pin chat. You can use code NEW for 25% off forever. What else does everybody want to look at? Any tick requests, drop them in the chat and we'll take a look. I know I missed a few, I didn't really look at them. Steve says, can we look at Fisker? Not good today, getting crushed again, down 8%. I did just chart it up actually. And it's back down to this zone. This is a very crucial area for Fisker to bounce off of. Even on lower time frames, I have like a temporary wedge starting to form. Look, it's pretty much getting back down to fill the gap from when it went up like 40% last Monday. Or no, wow, that was this Monday. Wow. So Fisker went up 40% on Monday, and that's just giving a lot of it back. I will say one thing though, nothing has changed, and we're gonna leave it at that. Since Monday, when that news that made the stock go up 40% came out, nothing has changed, and I bet you a lot of this selling is people just cutting losses. All right, so that's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully, it can bounce off of that. And if you want my overall opinions, I don't want to keep repeating them every single night on the stream. I opened a Fisker position in the last couple of weeks for the first time in the last few years. I didn't open it over here. I didn't open it over here. I opened it all the way down in this area. And my full video on it is the last video on my channel. Thank you for getting that video to 1,000 views. The support's been crazy. You can go check that out. Nothing more classic than Champion's vibes. Got a couple comments on FTM merch coming out soon. Maybe not soon, but maybe towards the end of the year. Just too much stuff going on right now. I've actually been considering getting myself an intern, but I don't know how many people would intern for someone who's 21 years old. But I can't even like list the amount of things I'm doing every single day right now. It's a lot. 7 classes, working at the stock exchange, making this trading bot, a couple other side things you know about, Jordan, that I can't really speak of on the stream because they're still in the works. It's getting pretty crazy right now. I'm also studying to take my CMT exam in June to be a chartered market technician, so I can actually come on the streams and say, hey, I'm not just drawing lines on chart, I have a certification for this. And I've been actually really good at going to the gym lately, which I don't know how, but let's see what's up here. But yeah, FTM merch at some point. I don't want to make any promises I can't keep. You see 3 falling peaks on Tesla. Let's go over to Tesla. Let's go over to the weekly, clean it up a little bit. But that still has the potential, but we'll take a look at that. If you didn't already, hit the like button. Just remind myself on some exact things here. I mean, look, I think it would have to make one more lower low, and if you definitely have 3 lower highs consecutively, 2 lower lows, you get 1 more. I'm not sure exactly what the trade stance is on a 3 falling peaks, like and what I mean by that is when you actually get into a trade and how you trade it. I never really traded one. But if you break the support, it's probably making a lower low. Like if you break under this yellow zone, you're probably giving up these lows, you're probably seeing 178 in time, which would be great for any of you who are long-term investors and want to see those prices, but not for the swing trade. All right, GCT, GigaCloud. GigaCloud Tech. Pretty crazy move here. Guess it's a little bit of a triangle starting to form here. Something like that. It's not really complete yet, but triangle forming. I think the key level to hold, you can see it actually wicked off of it twice, is really at your highs from September at 1860. Whenever someone asks me about Fisker on stream spaces, I tell them to talk to you because you don't know. I appreciate that. But I want Fisker to moon for you, champ. I do appreciate it as well. Even if Fisker was, I don't know, like $6 a few months ago, even if Fisker goes to $2, like I'll be in pretty good profit. So look, it could go to 0 or it could go to 10. I don't know. But even if it just goes to 2, I'll be a very happy person. Which I could, like, if you were to tell me 2 years ago that I would be happy about Fisker at 2, I'd be like, what? One of my accounts is under $1 average, which feels good for now, but maybe if it drops lower, it won't. We'll see. Your music has changed over the last few years. Yeah, I try to switch it up a little bit. Most of it's just non-lyric music because it's really hard for me to talk while I'm hearing other people talking. So I keep just one of these AirPods in so I can make sure you guys are not hearing horrible music. Because if I were to just be playing music out loud, then you would be hearing it through the mic as well. I'm going to stop being so technical, you get the point. How about XLE? Let's take a look. There was the potential ascending triangle that started breaking down. Looks like it did actually break down, so we can take that away for now. But regardless of that, the simplest way to view it is just a range for right now. And we've got a wedge forming. Yeah, so got a wedge forming. You've got a little bit of classic bullish divergence on the RSI, not on the MACD. Lower low on price, higher low on the RSI, so you do have that. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the DJI. Actually, I have something to show all of you. It's not my merch, unfortunately, but it's from Einstein of Wall Street. Ow. And you can see over here, we briefly touched 38K on the Dow Jones. And I'll actually show this on the morning stream on Monday or something like that. Shout out to the Einstein of Wall Street for the Dow 38,000 ad. Isn't that so cool? So, crazy stuff there. Make sure to focus on your nutrition, omega-3s, and vitamins. I got this one crazy supplement. I do also take a couple of vitamins and magnesium. Einstein's to go. Yeah, Einstein has been helping me out so much in so many different ways. An amazing mentor to have. It's crazy. I feel so confident in my future now because of the mentors in my life right now. What is it called? Evan Art supplement. I never ever fall for these A-lister promotions on anything. Like, I know he was also selling like shorts and stuff, but this one, it just got to me. I don't know why. All right, they don't pay me to do this, but we're gonna take a look, just a random segment of the stream. I've been taking this actually because it has so many different things in it, and I'm not sure if this is like the best thing to take, but it's simple, it's quick, it's easy, and it doesn't have a crazy amount of protein, but what I like is that it has a bunch of different things in it. Does it not show the ingredients? All right, we just want to see the ingredients. Keep it simple now. The crazy thing is the ingredients. It has so many different things. Well, just to keep it simple, 86 superfoods, 20 grams of protein, probiotics, adaptogens, nutrients to boost energy, focus, paleo and keto friendly. So it's just, let's see, does it show anything? It's so zoomed in. I need to fix their website. It's fine. But yeah, I've been taking this. This is not a great way to explain it. Blame their website, not me. It's like, what, like 50 bucks? I think it was like 75 bucks when I got it like 2 months ago. Looks like they're dropping the prices on it. Oh, here we go. Ingredients. You can see all of this. Like, just, actually, you can't see it right now. These are the ingredients. Hopefully you can still hear me. You can see how much different things they put in here. So many different fruits and sprouts and beans and greens and spinach, and most of these are good. I looked through a lot of them. So I've been taking this like a lot, like every single day, once or twice a day. And then these are the supplement facts, which shows you a little bit of everything else. I don't know how a trading stream turned into this, but yeah, antioxidants, adaptogens, herbs, superfoods, like you said, omega-3, Look, I think it's not bad. For 50 bucks, it comes with 15 servings, but I don't think that's true at all because, yeah, I don't know how that works because it feels like it's been a lot more than that. So that's what I'm taking. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not great at eating super well apart from that. Only thing I don't like is a vegan protein. The thing is, isn't there like some issue with like whey protein in your kidneys, like it overworks them or something? BCAAs, no, I'm not familiar with those, and I don't think I've ever taken them. I've also heard a lot of good things about creatine. How's it taste? That's what really is the reason I'm gonna order it again. I was just gonna order it to try it, and I wasn't planning on getting it again, but I probably will now because it actually tastes really good. I like the chocolate better than the vanilla. The vanilla is just a pretty basic, standard vanilla flavoring that they put in most things. The chocolate's pretty good. So, Kevin Hart, you can send me a check. You're welcome. Have you tried hemp protein or hemp hearts? I have not either. Healthy mind and body is good for trading. Absolutely, absolutely. The more I work out, the better I trade historically. So I think that's going to be it for tonight's stream. I want to work on the trading bot a little bit tonight. I haven't worked on it in a few days, and then I have an endless amount of homework that I'm going to have to do the next couple of days, so I want to make sure I do some of that work tonight. Appreciate all of you for watching the stream. Ace the Kid says, Kevin Hart, hey my boy, come on now. Yeah, you know. Appreciate all of you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hit the sauna after you work out. That's another key. I'm talking like I'm some huge guy, but it's all good. Have a great night. And make sure you never have pizza with pineapples.